Hello to my aqua babies, to my Aquarius. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Hopefully you all are having a great week, Aquarius. Hopefully you all are setting those good, positive, high vibrating intentions every day you wake up. Yes, Aquarius. Just as a reminder, Aquarius, Pluto will be in Aquarius until March 8th, 2043. It entered your sign, Aquarius, on November 19th, 2024, right? So that is very, very, very powerful. Because a lot of you all are reclaiming your reclaiming your power, going through a very powerful transformation, very magnetic, very influential, doing your shadow work, lots of rebirths, releasing, renewal regarding friendships, affiliation, long held beliefs, just your overall vibe. There's a major rebirth happening here for you all, and that's going to be important to note, Aquarius, because Pluto also goes retrograde May 4th. That may be a date that you want to write down. So Pluto is the outermost planet. Pluto is a generational planet. And FYI, you all are ruled by generation. Both of your ruling planets are generational planets. That's just FYI, because I know you all love to learn, right? So, but Pluto is the outermost generational planet. It's the judgment card, right? So you're going through, and this is the year of the snake. This is the year of rebirth, right? And because you all are quite innovative zodiac sign, you all are humanitarians. You all rule 11th house, Aquarius. And 11th house is all about friendships, community, goals, hopes, wishes, awareness, humanitarianism, technology, the future. So you're going through a complete and total rebirth of everything. And so mark the date. Pluto goes retrograde May 4th through October 14th. So that's for 162 days. So let's get into it. Let's get into it to get you mentally prepared for all of that. So how you may have once looked at things before, Aquarius, those are doing a total reset. Let's get into it. Let's get right into it, Aquarius. Let's get right into it. So, yeah, lots of good news coming your way. Lots of good news coming everybody's way. Actually, it just really depends on what, intentions you set, right? Keeping your vibrations high. Really just your perspective on things. So let's get into it. I've already prayed over your cards, already cleared the space. This is a general reading, so take only what resonates with you. Take what resonates with you, and you. Let's get into it, Aquarius. Let's get into it. If you're interested in a personal reading, queenamunra.com. Let's do it. So, let's set the tone for your reading. I detach myself from anger and replace it with compassion. That's right, compassion, right? Compassion. So this is really just seeing the creator inside of everyone. Seeing the creator inside of everyone. It's like retraining yourselves. Yeah, so it's really training yourself to see the creator, higher power, or God in everything versus or seeing duality in everything, seeing both duality in everything versus just seeing the devil or the bad in everybody. Some people just go straight to the evil in everything versus seeing duality in everything, right? So learning to detach yourself from anger and replace it with compassion, right? So that takes a great deal of discipline. Great deal of discipline. But you got to learn how to close out cycles in love and learn how to detach. And I don't think that you all are a sign that has a problem with detaching, Aquarius. but you're a fixed sign. So once you get fixed, when you get fixed on closing out a cycle, there may be no turning back. There may not be any like going back, but it's just getting to that point, Aquarius. It's just getting to that point of just closing out the cycle. So, yeah, getting to that point of closing it out. So let's get into your reading. Let's pull an angel number. So also train yourself that when you see numbers on receipts, just numbers in general, whether you see numbers on clocks, whether it's your cell phone, your watch. Some people wear digital watches. Some people wear the analog watches. Some people wear, whenever you see numbers in general, start looking it up on your cell phone, like angel number, whatever you see numbers, just start looking it up. What does it mean? Because it could be a message from source trying to get messages to you, right? So let's see. All right. 300. Divine connection, right? So the mind, body, and spirit unite. This color green connects us with heart chakra. This color green, right? Color green connects us with the heart chakra. So the middle auric layer, we talked about auric layers the other day, right? So the middle auric layer is connected to your heart chakra, and it serves as the gateway to the upper chakras and divine energies, right? So it serves as a gateway, So that's why sometimes when you hear people's head and heart are at war with each other, that's why it's so hard sometimes to close out cycles with people that you love, because your head and heart are at war with each other. It's connecting us with the physical world, that's those lower chakras, that's root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, right? And then you have the heart chakra, let's say green and pink, colors green and pink, and then you have the upper ones, right? Throat chakra, where the manifestation is, you speaking things into existence. You got that third eye chakra, and you have that crown chakra, right? So your angels acknowledge that you have an intense connection to the divine right now. The unity of your mind, body, and spirit creates a conduit for spirit messages. So sit in meditation with your hands on your third eye, right? It's your brow chakra, right? That third eye, the center of your forehead right now. Repeat this mantra a few times until it begins to sink in. I trust in my abilities, right? Trust in my abilities, right? All right. All right. Yeah. So yeah, operate in a spirit of love, not the other side, hate. Spirit of love, not in hate, right? In hate. I worked at this place. I won't say where. It doesn't really matter. Where this young married man, was very, very kind to everybody, would always come through, speak to everybody. And I specifically say young married guy because found out later he and his wife were trying to, getting ready to try to start a family and so on and so forth. But always very, very kind to everybody, very respectful, very kind to everyone. And just very, very nice. When I say just like really went out of his way to speak to everybody, just very nice. And one day my colleague came to me and told me that this person had, and trigger warning, had taken their lives, right? And then as kind of sort of the story sort of unraveled, I started to hear, which wasn't surprising because the environment was, there was some pretty mean-spirited people that were there. Sometimes people think, just being just kind of, people were just really kind of mean-spirited, with this person. And I felt like this person was just trying their best to just be, like, what's the term? I don't like to use the term kill people with kindness, but like trying to take the high road. I'll just put it that way. This person was trying their best to try to take the high road. And I thought to myself, boy, this person was coming to work every single day, trying to be extra kind to people. And the environment was just savage, right? This is supposed to be a professional environment. And for this person to have gotten to a point where the environment broke that person. So I'm saying this to say that you all don't ever stay anywhere, Aquarius, whether it's family environments, friendship, in your personal or your professional life, where you feel like you have to vibrate so high, like you have to keep taking a high road with people, where you get to that place where people feel like you have to keep being so strong that it breaks you to, it takes you to that point. It takes you to that point. Close out the cycle. Just close it out. It's not worth it. It really is not worth it. Because I did see this young man move from department to department to department to department, and I was just thinking to myself, it's like, wow, you know, every time, you know, he's like, you know, like he's getting promoted I wasn't sure whether this person was getting promoted or like what, you know, what was going on. But then when I heard that, I just thought, wow. And then I started noticing that only certain people, certain people were, when they would leave, they would be happily leaving, and then certain other people were leaving a different kind of way. And I just thought, okay, okay, right? So, yeah. When you're closing out cycles, close out cycles in love, right? Close out cycles in love. When I say this, when we're talking about the third chakra is, like I said, in the physical layer. Go where you are appreciated and not where you are tolerated. Third chakra is solar plexus. That is the mental body. That resides 3 to 8 inches off of the body. It's related to the solar plexus in all of your mental processes, ideas, and judgments. This layer is connected to both the conscious and the subconscious mind. It will reveal any self-doubts and limiting beliefs, right? But it's fire, right? It connects us with the physical body. So you need these two dry materials to rub together to create a fire, to create a spark, or create a fire, right? And these are familiar spirits. So these are energies who don't know what people really what people are really going through, and they're just becoming familiar with stuff and taking stuff and just taking off and running with it, right? So I say that to say, as Pluto is in your sign until 2043, Aquarius, and you're going through, and that's the judgment card. Pluto would be the judgment card. If you feel like you're in a place where people are harshly judging you and you're trying to rise above judgments, and people don't know what you've gone through to try to rise above judgment, they don't know what you're going through in your personal, your professional life, and they're constantly just hell-bent on dragging you into chaos and confusion, and they don't know where, you know, what you're going through. Detach. Completely close out a cycle in love and move on. Detach from them. Close out cycles in love and move on. Like I said, detach yourself from any anger, replace it with compassion, and move on. For real, close out cycles and move on. Misery really does love company. Misery loves company. So I did not mean to drag that story out, but a lot of people don't know what people are going through. Some people are just clapping and cheering because they're so miserable. They have no idea. They have no idea. You never know what people are going through. So let's get into your reading. Let's keep it very high vibrational. And stay in gratitude to Source. Let's go. All right, there you go. So I'm seeing victory for you. That's right. Listen, some people are motivated by very different things. So your prayers have been answered for something. Yep, your prayers have been answered for something. That's right. Yeah. You're tossing something into a burning bowl. That's right. Your prayers have been answered for something. Yep. So So you can come out the depth of emotions as far as something is concerned. So whatever it is that you have been, cycle has been closed, you can toss some things into a burning bowl. You know, if you get used to, if you're a person who is a prayer warrior, Aquarius, if you get used to, don't worry about what people assume they know about you. Don't even worry about that. Because you all are a sign that really is no respecter of person. Right? I speak very highly of all zodiac signs on my channel. Some people really are in conflict with themselves. They really are. They're going through a rebirth and they're fighting it tooth and nail. They're going through a rebirth and they're fighting it tooth and nail, right? So Source is saying to you, this energy right here, see this right here? This person is on the stage and these people right here are like clapping and cheering. It's like your ancestors are clapping and cheering for you because you have risen above the people trying to drag you to a lower frequency, to be in your emotions about something, right? Trying to drag you down to your feelings about something. You're like, no, you rising above all of that. You ask somebody actually prayed for energies who are trying to drag, like trying to drown you in your emotions about something. It's like, nope, somebody went right into praying for everybody. That's what puts you right back. Like I said, you detach yourself from anger, you replace something with compassion. You started, like I said, because you see duality. You see the duality. You see the duality in things. Yep, you see the duality in things. Somebody tossed something into a burning bowl. Yep, you're on top of it. You're on top of it. You're on top of it. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to see things. It doesn't really matter how long it takes you to see things. It really doesn't matter how long it takes you to see things. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter how long it takes you to see things. Somebody has been dealing with bullies. You and somebody have been dealing with bullies your entire life. Bullies are cowards. They are cowards, right? So they have to gang up on energies. They're cowards. You and somebody have been dealing with bullies your whole lives. And before I even pull this card out, when I mentioned this colleague that I work with who would, would come to work and, try to take the high road, get used to praying for people that you see are really, they're trying. They're really, really trying. So I feel like a lot of people are really trying their best to remain positive. They're really, really, they're really struggling trying to stay positive in the face of this adversity. Trying to stay positive in the face of adversity. And people don't know what kind of load they're carrying. Yeah. So yeah, somebody, you're not, yeah. Yeah. So this is what I'm seeing here. So I see that you are not going back to, this is really good news for you all Aquarius. Because I see you got a lot of good news coming. I see that not only has your prayer life increased and you're grateful to Source for recognizing when energies have or are actively, because you obviously none of us have the power to save anybody. None of us have the power. But in your personal and your professional life, when you see that people have been bullied, you can see it all over people. You really can see it all over people. It's the way that they dress, the way that they act, even if they're trying to cover it in some way, shape, form, or fashion. You can see it. You really can see it. In just the way that they talk, you can see it. You can see it. You can hear it. You can see it when people are in survival mode. When everything has been taken away from them. You can see that people who compare themselves to other people and how they look down on people. You know, like almost people if this, you know, y'all know what I'm saying. These divisive spirits. These divisive spirits. So yeah, this is the year. This is a year for, well, until 2043 when we're talking about Pluto in your sign. You know, Aquarius in Pluto. You know, you're just kind of sort of shedding that skin. Somebody is being a lot more assertive, looking at your cards here, and just being a lot more bold with your prayers for people, and a lot more, like I said, and I'm praying for energies, and a lot, just showing a lot more compassionate. A lot more compassion. Here we have the Empress card. Yeah, something is growing. And this is a rebirth here, right? Rebirth. I see abundance and prosperity growing for you in that. I feel like this is, looking at your cards here, yeah, something is closed out. So I'm saying prayer and meditation. Yeah, something is closed out. And something is closed out. Yeah, Tower. Yeah, you're divinely protected. This is prayer warrior energy right here. Total recall of something. Total recall of something. You can either choose to become that, or you can choose to become a defender of that, a prayer warrior. Yeah. Yeah, so a cycle is closed out. Cycle is closed out. The cycle is closed out. So here we have the Knight of Pentacles here. Yeah. So some of you all, this is something too, is some of you all have witnessed in your own family, and this is what I'm seeing here, Aquarius. Some of you all have witnessed people being bullied, seeing them work like workhorses and have nothing to show for it. This is what you all have seen. People being bullied and work in your family, work like workhorses and nothing to show for it. People snatching money right out of their hands. This is what you're seeing. Them, you see them working and just money being snatched right out of their hands. Just taken from them. That is not what you're going to allow to happen to you. People just taking stuff from you. No, that's not going to happen. Right? So yeah. Source is actually rewarding you. So somebody could be at a crossroad right now, but Source is actually rewarding you for, like I said before, when you feel like, you know, someone is, you know, being bullied in some way, shape, form, or fashion, you are asserting yourself to find resources to help people. Like, and I'm saying, you know, you're asserting yourself to, you know, gain knowledge and wisdom to try to help people, to find resources to help them, you know, to help them, to find other outlets, you know, to find resources, to find help in some way, shape, form, or fashion. To find other ways, right? Yeah. Here we have the Hierophant card. Yeah. Because somebody has an innate understanding of the material world. Yeah, somebody has an innate understanding of the material world. Yeah, so something is closed out because you're on top of something. Somebody has tried to bully you, and there's just too many people standing around, family members. Literally, people are just standing around clapping and cheering, and they've been bullied and sitting back watching you be bullied. Like, what, make it make sense. Like, what? What in the world? Oh, no. Yeah, no. No, so you're free. You're free from something. You're free from something. Yeah. After all that you worked hard for. No. No, a light has been shown on something. A light has been shown on something. Something has been exposed. Something has been exposed. Yeah. So yeah, you're detaching yourself from anger. You're replacing something with compassion. But yeah. Yeah, you're not a fool. Not at all. You leaving behind chaos and confusion. That should be your right to leave behind chaos and confusion. That is your right to leave behind chaos and confusion. You are not a fool. You know, you this is, you know, yeah, no. If somebody lied to you about something or whatever, no. Yeah. Nope. You are not a fool. You're not a fool. Like I said before, a lot of people looking at your cards here, I'm seeing here for a lot of you all, you are, I'm seeing you being victorious. I'm seeing that your motivation, when you close out cycles, you close out cycles in love, not in hate. Close out cycles in love. Close out cycles in love. I cannot reiterate that. Right? Close out cycles in love. Right? You have worked very, very hard. You're a very hard-working person. Very hard-working person. Right? Not to be bullied. Not to be bullied and taken advantage of and steamrolled over. Yeah. 7 of Cups. Yeah. Yeah, somebody was being used as a pawn in a game. This is right here, 5 of Swords here. Yeah, somebody was being used as a pawn in the game. And somebody, this right here, all of this fire right here, it was like, this is somebody was being bullied. And some people were ruthless. Somebody was being bullied by 2 people because somebody felt like you were not coming back. So 2 people were bullying somebody. You're a light high priestess. You've already gone through a dark night of the soul. This right here, dark night of the soul. So, yeah. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I feel like I'm talking to. Like I said, I don't want to trigger anybody because this will be a very sensitive reading for somebody. So, somebody has gone through when I say dark night of the soul, a very dark night of the soul. But this is generational, and I say this because of the Tower card. That is why when you see the Tower card come out and under certain readings, not necessarily yours, Aquarius, but under some people's reading, they go, "Oh my God, I'm having a Tower moment," because the Tower card for some people is so traumatic. It's traumatic for a lot of people because it's a total recall of like taking you all the way back to your childhood of seeing violence, of seeing bullying and just a lot of violence, right? And this right here, Saturn right here that's traditional, like that somebody see it, right? Of like people being bullied. And people acting like there's nothing wrong. Like literally, these people right here, like they clapping and cheering, like everything on the outside looks like everything is just fine. Like what Twilight Zone mess. So no, no, nope. And you on top of some stuff. Like no, nope. Yeah, 2 of Wands. Yeah. 2 of Wands. So while you and somebody were apart, so a lot of stuff has been happening while you and somebody were apart from something. Yeah. But yeah, you're definitely not a fool. Yeah, you and somebody are definitely not a fool. Somebody has seen a lot. Somebody has seen a lot in their lifetime. Has seen a lot in their lifetime. Has seen a lot in their lifetime. So yeah, looking at your cards here, Aquarius, Source is making some major, major, major things happen, you know, in your life. And Source is using you all in a major way as prayer warriors for people. So taking the high road is beyond just turning the other cheek, for real. It's about closing out cycles. It's not just standing there and just staying in situations, whether it's in your personal or your professional life. It's not just staying on the job just for a paycheck. Just be, you know, staying in a space where you just know you're not being appreciated, while you're seeing all your other colleagues, you know, be fast tracked up a ladder, and you just being stepped all over, where you know, hey, you're doing the same things your colleagues are doing. You're taking the classes, you're doing this, you're doing that, and you're just being steamrolled over and just being mistreated. So it's saying, no, it's time for you to look for something else. That's what these people are clapping and cheering for. So these people are clapping and cheering for, because there is a new job with your name on it, so that you won't be there too much longer. You're not going to stay in an abusive, that's a hostile work environment. That's an abusive and hostile work environment. You're incredibly smart. You shouldn't even be inspired to stay somewhere where you're not appreciated, and where you're just simply tolerated. So somebody does have a new and exuberant job waiting for you, right? Or in an environment. Any environment where you just feel like the hostility is just growing and growing and growing, where people just, you know, side-eyeing you and looking you up and down, or whatever the case may be, like they just hate your guts there. Source is saying no. Any geographical location, no matter where you are, you need to be gone. Source, thank you for an exodus strategy. I'm out of here. Source says, so I got you. I got you. Be around familiar spirits that's trying to get to know you too fast, too quick, too fast. Don't be forcing your way to stay somewhere where you are not appreciated. No, so you can be bullied? No. Right? No. So you have seen the outcome of where people are, you know, that's an extreme of what, you know, there's a lot of other stories that I could share with you all, but no, like I said, those are extreme stories of, like I said, with this one particular colleague, but that was probably devastating. I'm quite sure a lot of people have, you know, similar stories for, you know, just places where they may have worked, or maybe neighborhoods where they may have lived, or, you know, like other stuff, where people have been used as pawns in people's minds game, try to make it seem like they were the one that was argumentative, or was something, they did something wrong. And a lot of people have the same, a lot of people are familiar with the same kind of stories. A lot of people are familiar with the same kind of stories, where a lot of people have those same kind of stories in common. And so for people to use you as a pawn, Aquarius, and make it seem like you're the one with the smart mouth, when these same people that are saying it about you, people have said it about them. People have said the same thing about them. So no, detach yourself from anger and replace it with compassion. It's just like, you just look at these people like, how the people are saying it about you, and people have said the same thing about them. When you've sat down and had the same conversation with them, they've said this, people have said the same thing about them, and now they're sitting across from you saying, as opposition, saying it about you. Like, really? Yeah. Close out the cycle in love. Close out the cycle in love. Yeah. Yep. When you're dealing with people like this, Aquarius, just FYI, these are people who have seen you as opposition from the very beginning. They are people who have seen you as opposition from the very beginning. Make no mistake about it. The first time you did not go along with the flow is when you saw it. Make no mistake about it. As long as you're saying yes, 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 everything is fine. As long as you're saying yes, 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 but the moment you said no, you oppose anything, now all hell breaks loose. You just happen to be on top of it. You just happen to be on top of it. Yep. So, yep, you're on top of some things. Yep, you are on top of some things. So, yeah. That is what I have for you all, Aquarius. That is what I have for you. That is what I have for you. Bullying time is over. Bullying time is over. It causes way too much damage generationally. It causes way too much damage. And if somebody has to make you feel less than in order for them or anybody around them to feel greater than, that's not a partnership at all. It's not. You got to make a person feel lower than low. You got to extinguish them in order to make yourself feel bigger than. That's nothing but toxic masculinity in a man or a woman. This is balance out. We're talking about everybody has divine masculine and divine feminine within. You don't have to make your kids feel less than. You don't come home and screaming at your kids and talking to them like they just less than. Or talk to your husband or wife like they less than. No. When I look at this in the cards here, somebody has seen this. That's why, look at, put all of this together. This card right here, this. That's not an outer planet, but this is an outer planet. This is generational. That's generational. Nope. Remember who you are. Remember who you are. You carry stardust in your bones, your ancestors' wisdom in your blood, and the whole universe in your soul. Know yourself and nothing will bring you down. Know yourself. Somewhere in your bloodline, there is somebody in your life that is helping you to break a cycle, Aquarius. Somebody in your family is helping you to break a cycle. An ancestor had to go on the other side to help you to come through as an Aquarius, someone who marches to the beat of their own drum, somebody who is ruled by Uranus. That's where you got the Fool card here. Somebody had to go to the other side, and Uranus is a rebellious planet. This is a generational planet to help you come through you to help you break. So it's somebody in your bloodline. Somebody in your bloodline who transitioned, Aquarius, that had to come back through, that you carry that same spirit in you. Somebody who was your protector when they were still alive. You carry that gentle spirit with you. That's almost like, no. Nope. Yeah. You have many choices. You have many choices. I feel like somebody loves deep and they love hard. You're all about having fun, warm fireside chats, but nah, you're not about being bullied, talked down to, mistreated, buying into whatever. So that's what I have for you all. That's what I have for you all. Yeah, that's what I have for you all. So, yeah, that's what I have for you all. Yeah, that's what I have for you all. So, I don't know who this is for, but yeah, I don't know who this is for, but yeah. That is what I have for you all, Aquarius. Yeah, I think this is it. Yeah, I think this is it. You will have something all have something. Yeah, but you're on top of something. Yeah, you're definitely on top of something. Some information is going to be coming down to you all, right? Some information is going to be coming down to you all. You know what? Y'all got some really good news coming. All I'm going to tell you all is this, Aquarius. I'm going to keep this part off of social media because I know you have a lot of cross watchers. But you all got some information. If you all just be still, like I'm just going to tell you, go into prayer warrior mode. Go into prayer warrior mode. Make sure you all are meditating. When you come up out of meditation, you can be just laying in your bed because Source is going to be downloading some information to you all, and just make sure. See, Saturn came out for a reading because for a reason. Saturn is a very structured planet. Make sure step by step, because Source is going to give you all step-by-step instructions of what to write down for something. Make sure you are writing something down because Source is gently guiding you for something, directing your path in a way, because an upheaval is happening right now, and the boldness that you're taking, going in step by step, I'm telling you, you're going into something fearlessly going into something where you're not shaken, you're not moved by any of it, You're initiating something. You're initiating something. Yeah. So that's what I have for you. You and somebody were being used as pawns in a mind game. You're not playing games. You're not playing games. You're not playing games. Somebody was being bullied by two people the entire time. And you're now wide awake. Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you're not aware because you're thinking that your loved ones are being treated, like your kids are being treated the way you would treat other people's kids. Like you would treat other people's kids with the same compassion and kindness and protection that you would expect other people to treat your kids. And you don't know how much animosity people may have towards you until you see physical evidence that your kids have been mistreated. I don't know who I'm talking to. But that's something about to change. So that is what I have for you all, Aquarius. Like I said, tune in. Source needs you all to hear something. I need y'all to get in quiet time mode. Okay? All right, that's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. I'll see you all in the next video. All right, bye.